Hello, good morning everybody. It's Patty with Get Personal with Patty, and this is my weekly paycheck. I am working a 35-hour job, and I'm actually anywhere between 30 and 35 hours right now. And then I also work an 8-hour part-time job, and I'm actually leaving that job mid-April just to concentrate on the first job because I also do some side hustles. I go back to school. I'm doing one class every 8 weeks, so I'm a little busy, and as much as I love my second part-time job, I really feel like I can't give it my 100% every week, and that just bothers me because I'm a really good, I'm a work ethic person. So anyways, this is the Budget by Paycheck workbook. So I went ahead and I purchased one to use next year because she's not coming out this year with the actual book because it's really too expensive to make with inflation. And she just, she wants to be able to sell it at a reasonable price to people who purchase it, which I think is a great, business trait. That she's really thinking about us. But I do think that there are us out there that would buy it again. But I understand that. So I went ahead and I bought a second one, and I have that in my closet for next year because this one does go all the way till December. So this is my calendar for April. These beautiful stickers are from Life in Envelopes over on Etsy. Go check out Jennifer. And then I got these little stickers as well, and I can't remember who I got them from. But another vendor on Etsy because I do like supporting small business on Etsy. What I did this month is I put anything you see in green are actually fixed bills that the joint account will pay. And then anything in yellow are credit card payments or the bills that come out of my account. So I have one account, my checking account on a weekly basis gets deposited my checks. I do right now put $100 in a joint account on a weekly basis. That is going to change in May. And from my personal account, I pay all the variables, sinking funds, credit card payments, and anything else that I can pay from that account. I am making a little bit more money than I was at my previous jobs, so it does afford me to pay some of the fixed bills if needed. And in the joint account, so my husband is self-employed. He gets a 1099. So we also have a business account that I do follow a budget in there as well, as far as it's a business, so it's mostly fixed expenses, of course. And then from that account, we also have to transfer money into our joint account. His pay mostly pays most of the fixed expenses jointly. That might change. We might have to tweak that again in May. So this is my calendar for April. And then, so this is my first paycheck, which was received April 1st. And it covers the period from April 1st to April 7th. Now, I don't know how good you can see this, so I'm going to try to zoom it in a little bit. Oh, yeah, I think that's much better. So my rollover cushion, I do like to try to keep a rollover cushion of $200, plus what was in my checking account was $323.80. My main job was $535.67, and then my part-time job was $104.80, which totals $963. So of course, because the cushion is here, that's the first thing that I take out is the cushion here, $200. Netflix came out for $8.99. I put car insurance to budget, but I have not paid that yet, so I'll probably do that next week from here. And then Eversource Electric, we're behind a little bit, so I paid $151.63 on that. So that totals, I don't know because I didn't add it, but 351, so 9, so like 360. And then for groceries, I have budgeted, I had a rollover of $20, and then I put additional 30, so I have groceries at $50. And we did go to the Aldi's yesterday. Let's fill that in actually. So we did go to Aldi's, and that was $52. So we were slightly up, which that's okay. I think for the month of April, we've decided on either $250 or $300 on groceries. and that's because we're going to go away. A is because we're going to be away for a week, and B is because our pantry and our freezer are full. And I keep saying this, but we need to eat from freezer and pantry. Dine out, I budgeted 50, and that includes breakfast and debit. Now, Friday night we did go out, and it was really expensive. And yesterday we went out, so we're already over the $50 budget. So going forward, I'm just gonna put us in for the $20 a week that we go out for breakfast on Sundays. And then extra childcare, I budgeted 30, but I actually transferred, I think 25 to the dine out because we did go out yesterday morning. So, and then Max is our dog, and we found a dog sitter, a young girl who's doing a great job with him. So we do that at $30 a week. So that's that. So Gary's my husband. He gets $100 a month. He gets $200 a month. So I had budgeted $100 to give him, but I haven't given him any money out of, and this is this is mine. This is my my account that pays things. So he got 50 out of the regular joint account this week. And then piano, I take piano lessons, so I budgeted 22 for that. And then in sinking funds, so our big thing right now is our tax account and getting that up a little bit. Most likely we'll actually have to do a IRS payment plan, to be quite honest, because I don't really know how much we're going to have to pay back. And it is what it is. I'm not going to stress over it. But I am still putting money into the tax account on a weekly basis because I feel like if we can send in a small payment or to pay our accountant, we'll have that money to do so. So I did put 50 in. Landscaping, I put in 0. We do have to get going on that. Allie is an automatic transfer on a weekly basis. I put in 50. We're going to New York mid-April, so I put 50 in that envelope. The New York trip, the cash where I'm putting in there will just be for spending money. We'll debit the gas and hopefully use a card that we can use, get rewards or cash back. Reverse monthly is $20. So reverse money monthly for April is $90 total. So I'm already putting 20. My word of the month is tax. Surprise, right? So T for tax is $20. And then girls' night is this week, so I put $15 to have money, just a little extra if I needed it. Okay, and then these were my cash envelopes that I went ahead to the bank on Friday and was able to get and stuff. And then I like this part now because I'm really using it. So my money thoughts are no extras and concentration on tax and landscaping for April. So that's my first paycheck. Now what I'll do is next week is my account as well, because I get paid weekly, so I'll use a second one for the 4/8 paycheck. And then for 11 is when we get paid. We get paid bi-weekly for my husband's check. So this will just cover not his business account, but just the account, the money that we transfer to cover our fixed bills in our joint account. So, this will be the cushion and then the business. And like I said, I do put $100 right now into this account. So what I did on just here down below, just to cover the 4/1 check, we rolled over 218, and then we put in of that 218 I took out 100 for cushion. 4/1 I deposited 100. Eversource gas was 125. That's our gas bill. And then my husband accidentally used the joint account for a sandwich, so we took out $8.93. So instead of giving him 50, I put in 40 in his account. And he just forgot. It's not like a big deal, but instead of it coming out of the joint account, I really want him to start using his own personal account when he buys a sandwich or lunch, etc. Because I really like this account to only be fixed bills. And, a lot of people sometimes get, husband check and a wife check and kind of try to figure out how they budget it. And that's how I do it. And we've been doing that now for about, I would say 6 months. I do 2 separate worksheets. I do 2 separate, expenses. The joint account is really for fixed bills. It's his money, as well as I do put $100 in weekly, but that is going to change to about $300 a week in May. And that just works for us. And if it works for you, that's great. Just remember that budgets are personal and you really shouldn't be comparing your budget. But if it gives you the idea to maybe take your paycheck and cover the variables, the groceries, the dine out, any sinking, any savings challenges, it might be a little easier than to, you could even, depending on what you want. I mean, right now I only put $100 into the joint account weekly. So when I get to a place where I can put a little bit more, I will. But right now, his money from his business, and not all of it, obviously, because some has to stay for business bills, goes into the joint for fixed bills, and that's how we do it. And it's worked out really well. And what I did here is, you'll see this. Usually, that's not the sheet that's here. It's this one here. The cash envelope breakdown. So I also have, when I first started with the Budget Mom, I bought the PDF, which was like 3 years ago. I still have that on my computer. So I printed out a bill tracker for April, and I put it here. So this will be for his joint, our joint expenses on April 11th, and this will be the 26th. That's the second time that we get paid by him. And that way I have the two right in one book, and it's just easier to track things at the end of the month. So that's how I do it. Thanks for watching. I love the Budget Mom, and I hope, something that you heard or saw with my paychecks will help you and your paychecks. Thanks, everybody. Have a nice day.